All right, let's dive into a problem that pretty much every single business faces. How do you build real, lasting customer loyalty? Especially now, in an age where technology is supposed to make everything better, but as we all know, it often doesn't. Let's get into it.
So, have you ever wondered about this? You're dealing with a brand you actually like, a company you trust, but the experience is just clunky or slow, or it feels like you're talking to a robot. It's this weird paradox, right? And today, we're going to unpack exactly why that happens and, more importantly, what to do about it. You know, the root of this whole problem is something called the experience disconnect. It's this massive gap between the experience a company thinks it's delivering with its fancy apps and AI and what we, the customers, actually feel. It's like they've spent so much on the tech that they've forgotten the simple human basics. And look, this disconnect isn't just a minor annoyance. Not at all. It has huge consequences. The stakes are incredibly high, and it can all come down to a single make-or-break moment in your journey with that company.
I mean, the two paths couldn't be more different. On one side, you've got a great experience. That creates customers who happily spend more, they stay loyal, and they basically become your best evangelists. But on the other side, a poor experience doesn't just make someone unhappy, it actively pushes them out the door. The choice here seems pretty obvious, doesn't it?
But here's the really crucial part, and honestly, it's kind of scary. It all boils down to the number one. Just one bad, frustrating interaction is often all it takes to completely erase years of good feelings and send a loyal customer running straight to your competitor. That's just how fragile this relationship is.
Okay, so how do we stop that from happening? How do we build an experience that's so good, so consistent, that people want to stick around? Well, it all comes back to getting the fundamentals right, the core building blocks of any truly great experience.
And here they are. These are the 5 building blocks. Forget all the complicated business jargon for a second. At its heart, a fantastic customer experience is built on this foundation: speed, convenience, consistency, friendliness, and that all-important human touch. So let's break each one of these down. First up, speed. This one is totally non-negotiable. It's all about respecting the customer's time. You know, think of a chatbot that gives you the right answer instantly versus being stuck on hold for 20 minutes. One builds confidence, the other just builds frustration. Next, we've got convenience. This is all about removing friction, making things easy. Can you make a return without having to jump through a dozen hoops? Is your checkout process one simple click, or is it 5? Because every single extra step is just another chance for someone to give up and go somewhere else. Then we have consistency. This is huge. The feeling you get on the company's app needs to be the same feeling you get in the store, and the same feeling you get on the phone. You know that feeling when the person in the store can't see the order you placed online? That disconnect totally breaks your trust. It's got to feel like one single, seamless conversation. And then there's friendliness, which I think is maybe the most underestimated piece of the puzzle. We're talking about the emotional vibe of the interaction. Just think of a support agent who actually says, "Wow, I understand how frustrating that must be," versus someone just robotically reading from a script. It's a powerful reminder that it's not just about what you do, but how you make people feel. And that brings us to the 5th and final block, the human touch. Now, this isn't about getting rid of technology, not at all. It's about using technology to empower people. Automation is awesome for something simple, like tracking a package. But when you have a complicated, sensitive issue, you need to know there's a real person there who can use their judgment and empathy to help you. So that leads us to the next big idea here. How do we actually make our technology support these 5 building blocks? How do we turn these incredibly powerful tools we have into sources of genuine human connection? I love this quote because it just cuts right through all the noise. Your customers, they don't care about your back-end systems or your fancy algorithms. They only experience the final result. They judge all that complex tech on one really simple metric. How does it feel to do business with you? So the real goal then is to use technology to empower your team. When your employees have instant access to the right customer data, when the processes are clear, and when their tools are flexible, you're not just making their jobs easier. You're giving them the power to solve problems on the spot and deliver that amazing personal service that technology by itself just can't replicate. And when you get this right, when you finally align your tech with these human-first principles, oh man, the payoff is absolutely enormous. You don't just get satisfied customers, you start creating truly loyal advocates for your brand. And that loyalty? It's not just some nice fuzzy feeling. It translates directly into business growth. Loyal customers are the engine. They spend more, they come back again and again, and this is the best part. They generate that priceless word-of-mouth buzz that brings new customers to your door for free. So you can see how it creates this incredibly powerful positive cycle. You start by investing in those 5 basics we talked about. That, in turn, closes the experience disconnect. That action turns your everyday buyers into passionate advocates. And it's those advocates who become the engine that fuels your company's long-term sustainable growth. It all connects.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. When you look at your own business, or even just the companies you deal with every day, ask yourself this. Is their technology a bridge to a better, more human connection? Or has it become an unintentional barrier, just creating more friction and frustration? Because the answer to that question makes all the difference in the world.